What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 3 different buckets of the market. We're going to talk about 2 different NFT projects that I think are interesting for 2 different reasons. We're also going to talk about a couple select coins related to crypto gaming that I do think could be interesting coming up here in the near future. And then I also want to talk about just the overall market and where I think things might be headed for the rest of the December month. So let's hop right into it. The market is still incredibly hot. Since my last video where I talked about Bitcoin sitting at around $42,000, it has now gone to about $45,000 and bounced right off that price level and came back down to settle at around $44,000. So massive price movement for Bitcoin. And as we know, when Bitcoin moves up, a lot of coins underneath it will move up with it over time. But as we talked about in my last video, I made a couple bets on some recent coins that I do think could potentially do well for the upcoming bull run, potentially in a year or two, but also to take advantage of that potential pump from Bitcoin bleeding into gains into lower cap coins. That's why I decided to go in on those coins right now. Once again, guys, it's an exciting time for the market, so make sure you plug in and join the right discords, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on massive potential gains. Check out my private investment group in the description below. We have all the best whitelists, all the best tools, and some of the most experienced traders in the space in this group. You do not want to miss it. So the first project I want to talk about today is going to be Overworld Play, and this project is one of the most hype new NFT projects coming out in recent memory. They have been around for a while, many months now. They started their marketing way back during the bear market and have continuously been building. So they have a huge amount of funding, they have really cool lore and artwork, and they also have a game and a token coming out sometime next year. And what's really exciting is the NFT project itself is going to be minting December 15th. One of those top tier projects to look out for because it has really cool artwork, it is directly correlated with the Web3 gaming narrative, it has a decent amount of funding, and it also has a token coming which is attached to their ecosystem and the NFTs, which will likely receive an airdrop in the future for holding them. All of that is packaged into their ecosystem, and it just looks really good. Full disclaimer here, I got whitelist for this project, and so did my Discord. So once again, guys, if you're struggling to find whitelist spots to these extremely hyped top tier NFT projects that are coming out with tokens attached to them, you need to join the right Discords, which is why I suggest checking out mine in the description below, because we raffle off spots for projects just like this all of the time. And so my plan for Overworld Play is going to be to mint on December 15th and then hold that NFT at least until the new year and bleeding into Q1, where they start to talk about their token and the amount that will be airdropped to NFT holders and the whole percentage and allocation and tokenomics behind that. As we saw with Meme Land and Captains and Potatoes, which all got airdropped meme, there was a huge amount of price action, not only for the NFTs when stuff like that was announced and details came out, but also the coin itself ended up doing really well, and it ended up making more sense to just hold the Captains and Potatoes and get access to the meme coin versus selling the NFTs at all. So that's my plan for Overworld Play. I do think it's a really cool project, a legit team, a legit founder, some really cool marketing, and for me, the biggest thing is I'm looking forward to seeing gameplay for the game come out over the next few months, because that will determine the majority of my excitement around a gaming NFT and a gaming coin. Does the game actually look fun to play? All right, so next up we have Creeps Overlord, and this is a project that has been around since the bull market. They have survived all the way through the bear market, and now they have recently seen a huge amount of price action recently due to their affiliation and potential connection to Portal Coin. Now, Portal Coin is a project which is going to have a token attached to it that blew up the timeline over the past couple weeks because they had a farming initiative for an airdrop which required you to retweet, like, comment things on Twitter to gain points, and those points would be converted into shards, and then those shards would be converted into crystals, and those crystals would be used to claim an airdrop, and that airdrop would be Portal Coin token sometime, I believe, next year. And so the speculation is, and I'm pretty sure this is all but confirmed by the team themselves directly, is that Creeps and Overlord and Super Duper are the people behind Portal Coin. And if you hold a Creeps NFT, you will most likely, not 100% confirmed, but pretty sure it's confirmed, that if you hold a Creeps NFT, you will get airdropped a portion of the Portal Coin supply. And that is why I think Creeps could potentially be a relatively low risk play for someone who's looking to buy a more expensive NFT and sit on it and wait for a potential airdrop announcement to where we could see price action. That being said, Creeps is up a ton over the past few months. I think they were well below 1 ETH floor price, and now they're sitting at like 2.2, 2.3 ETH floor price. So, you know, you may have missed the boat in that regard, but if the airdrop ends up being worth it, for all we know, that could have been the alpha. So now I wanted to update you on a couple other coins that I'm currently looking at to get a position into before potentially a crazy bull run in 2024 and 2025. Obviously, none of this is guaranteed, but the speculation is it could be a bullish year for 2024 with all the different catalysts we've talked about on this channel before. And obviously right now, the market sentiment in general has flipped bullish. Bitcoin is up a lot. Ethereum is up a decent amount. A lot of different altcoins are up super heavy. Specifically, Web3 gaming coins are up super heavy. And I do think in general, we are very early to that sector still, regardless of this pump, just because we don't even have a Web3 game out that is widely used or widely played. A lot of it's just speculation. And if we can get a game that comes out that is legitimately fun to play, I do think the whole ecosystem is going to blow up with it. And so for me, I'm looking at a couple different coins. I would like to get a position into Beam, and Alex Becker has talked about this coin as well. The only downside for me with this coin is it already has a fairly large market cap. It has a $750 million market cap, and it is up a ton this year. I think it's up somewhere between like 200 and 300% over the past couple months, and that is a huge price surge for this coin specifically. But regardless, I do think, you know, in the grand scheme of things, during a true bull market, there were hundreds of coins that went to $1 billion market cap last cycle, hundreds of them. And that could very well mean that a $700 million market cap could turn into a multi-billion-dollar market cap some sort of crazy bull run. So, you know, that would be the conviction play, that would be the gamble there. And obviously all of this comes with a crazy amount of risk. And I'm not telling you to buy right now since the whole coin is up so much over the past few months. But if the market does stay strong and we continue to be bullish throughout the end of this month bleeding into next year, this could be a decent play. For me personally, I will look to get into any major dips that happen with this coin because things do not go up forever. There will be a dip eventually, and that's when I will be there to buy a bag. So the last coin that I am looking to get a position into over the next few months is going to be CeDeFi. And I like CeDeFi because they're big in the IDO space. And this is essentially giving everyday users access to seed rounds of different projects or Web3 games that are potentially going to come out over the next few months. And CeDeFi has shown to produce many opportunities when it comes to these initial raises. And if you're part of the US, this can get very tricky, but there's plenty of people outside of the US that could use holding CeDeFi and getting access to these investment rounds to very well make a bunch of money. A lot of these IDOs that have taken place on CeDeFi have done 10, 20, 30 X's. And so there is definitely utility for holding CeDeFi, especially if you have the capital to invest in these different potential IDO opportunities. And so if CeDeFi can stay a front runner in the IDO sector and they can be one of the main places people go to in order to gain access to investment opportunities for new Web3 games and project developments, I do think this token is going to absolutely do insanely well over the next bull run. Not financial advice, but I am personally looking to get a position into this project just for that opportunity alone. All right, guys, so that is the main portion of the video. The market is super hot right now. There's tons of opportunity. Lots of different coins are flying right now. Lots of different NFTs are coming out right now and trying to mint. Make sure that you are taking your time, not clicking any sketchy links, not throwing too much money into the market too quickly, because I do think we are still early into this cycle and we could see a retracement and pullback in the market any day now. So once again, my private investment Discord group gets access to the majority of the best whitelists and pre-sales, and we have a ton of tools for you guys to trade crypto easily, safely, and securely. Make sure to check out the link in the description below. I very much appreciate your guys' time, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Peace.